Okay everyone, we heated up some plastics that we've already used before to make some stock. So I've got that plastic right now in the degasser because we've noticed when we've reheated stuff, it tends to get gases inside of it, even though the dead-on plastics is not supposed to get gas. We've noticed that it does. So we degas it. Now the nice thing about the degasser is usually the plastic stays up to temperature. So when you take it out, you don't tend to have to reheat it. And this is still up at temperature. I've got some molds set up already. You want to refill those sprues. That stuff may not have went through good because it formed. So that one, the stuff did harden up inside the injector before I got it injected. So that stuff will have to get re-injected. I'm sure none of those turned out. Yep, that one, see, like I said, didn't even get through. There's our baby brush hogs. Those ones look pretty good. These are our little wigglers. And those turned out pretty good. Looking good. Those are the ones that Mike had mentioned. It shoots 14. We sell them in bags of 15. So we have to shoot 2 of those molds to make 1 bag. And that was something I did. I will take full blame for that mistake. This would be our trick worms. They all look pretty good to me. Don't see any air bubbles, don't see any flaws. It's the first time I've shot the trick worms. I know it's one of Mike's favorites to shoot because he said that they tend to come out good. They look good. I've shot a lot of craws, a lot of wigglers, and a lot of beavers. Because the last time I really shot anything was when I was doing Andrew's order, which had a lot of laminates, and a lot of the ones I did were the laminates. And this is the grub. The grubs turned out good. Okay, so I heated that plastic up a little bit longer. We're gonna check it now, see how it looks. I don't feel any big chunks in there anymore, so that's a good sign. Let's see what the temperature is. We're good. I'll try my luck with this big injector again. Keep some downward pressure for a second. Oop, explosion. I think I got enough in there, but then we gotta fill that up. So we'll see how that turns out. I think it's the same mold again too. Just might not be my day to get those craws. I think I ran out is the problem on that one. We shall see what happens. I almost forgot we do have the grubs to shoot too, so we might as well use another. I think that's enough. Doesn't take much to do the grubs, so I think I ran out of plastic to do the grubs. We'll find out. I legitimately emptied that plastic out for everything, so we'll see what all turned out, because I think we ran out of plastic doing the grubs, so I don't think we got anything for the grubs. Everything's cleaned off. Now we see how the molds all turned out. We'll see if we end up getting any craws this time, and the grubs are the question mark right now on if we got anything in there. Brush hogs look good from what I can tell. Oh wait, no, we do have an air bubble in this one. Don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a good air bubble right there. You can actually hear it pop. So one of the two look good. The other one can go back in there for meltdown. This, I believe, is going to be our little wiggler worms. That's what it is. These little wigglers are usually a really good shot. They usually turn out really good. Good thing, since you gotta do two just to get one bag. Good thing they come out good usually. Okay, that's the wigglers. Those take longer to lay out. It's one of the reasons why that mold is probably a least favorite. Now we find out, I think this is gonna be, well, this might actually be our trick worms. This might be our trick worms. We'll find out how they turned out. Well, these ones, I heard an air bubble go through when I was shooting it. I didn't know if we ran out of plastic or what happened, but this one here has an air bubble there. This one's got one at the top, I believe. See, defective. Now, funny thing, we actually have a friend who shoots baits, and he has a guy that buys all of these baits from him that end up with holes or bubbles like this, because he said he catches the best fish off of the defective baits because they move differently in the water and the fish haven't seen it. So that was kind of interesting. That, I think we ran out of bait or the plastics as we were shooting it, because I heard an air bubble go through. So we only got one good one out of it. That one was a questionable one for me, and the other questionable one is going to be that grubs, which I have a feeling is just going to be a remelt. Had to try. Now we find out, did we get some craws? There's our craws, and it looks like they went good. They look good. So we didn't run into the issue with the craws this time. So now we have some watermelon candy craws. Probably one of my favorite baits as far as looks go. They're pretty nice looking baits. And our last one. Those grubs, the ones that we kind of don't know if any plastic even got in there. I poured in plastic to top off the sprue. And yeah, we got a very little bit of plastic that went in, but not enough to finish it. So those ones are a remelt. Pretty much started getting some in and then we ran out. Kind of figured that's what was going to happen to that one. So we had a couple mistakes in that round. Can't win them all. Hey everyone. Thank you for joining me while I shot those baits. As we promised, you're going to get the failures and the successes with the business. So you got to see a lot of failures. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Catch you on the next one.